And cheers.
And cheers.
Yes.
To new things.
To new things.
To new things. Trying new things.
And new adventures, new expansion, and with people we love. Yeah. Which is the best. So the name, Everybody's Yoga Club.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Yeah.
I love it. Sounds great.
Well, I want everyone to find yoga. It's for everybody.
For everybody.
Everybody. Every
Doesn't
person,
matter.
every age, every shape, every size, every body.
And that's what this space is.
Yeah.
Whoever you are, if you are curious about it,
yoga is for you.
Yoga is for you. And it doesn't have to be perfect.
I feel like we should cheers again to that.
Swear. Yeah. Yes.
I just wish more people understood that. I feel like I hear all the time, I can't do yoga, I'm not flexible, I can't touch my toes,
Right.
I can't do that. Who cares?
Who cares?
Who cares? I couldn't touch my toes when I started yoga, not even close.
Exactly.
I came with time.
And you just come as you are.
Yeah.
Come as you are.
Show up as you are.
Yeah. You can show up for an exercise.
Yeah.
You can show up for, movement or for a spiritual journey. Stillness.
Show up for stillness.
You don't have to come because, oh, well, I saw on the internet or I read in a book or, yoga's lineage or wherever it came from. Oh, I've got to fit inside. I've got to be that.
No. Be messy here.
Be messy.
Be messy. There's no need to fix anything here.
No. Wiggle, wobble, fall.
Yeah.
I mean, that's okay. We want you to do that.
Yeah.
That's how you grow. That's how you move forward.
I think one of my favorites is when I see students fall or wiggle and wobble out of a pose and they smile instead of that, so frustrated. That's one of my favorite things because it's what I am literally telling you to do, but it's so hard to do that.
So hard.
It's just to accept being imperfect, right?
And that is hard. That's.
I feel like we just need to address the elephant in the room for a second. Though.
Okay.
There's a camera over there.
There's a camera.
And I'm trying not to look at it.
Look at it.
Hello. I'm just trying to act normal but maybe have a drink with me. And so I just had to address it. So
Good.
It became less
of a
awkward
thing
for me. I'm great at conversation, but I'm telling you, the minute you hit record, I'm like.
Scary.
Authenticity, I think, is so. I think that's why I just had to address it because authenticity is something that has really weighed on my heart for a lot of years. And I work really hard as a teacher to show up very authentically myself because I want to give permission for other people to be authentic. So, out there in the world, right? We're in the studio today, but out in the world, we spend so much time putting on all of these masks, and that's not always a bad thing, right? We're moms, we're partners, we're housekeepers. Look, all of these things. Right. When you work a job, you have to take on that role, and so you have all these masks and responsibilities that you wear all the time. And when you come here, I want it to be a place that you can just strip all of that down. And just be authentically you. You can be weird, you can be messy, you can be funny, whatever shows up for you that day. Some days I'm here in a child's pose for half of the class, and that's okay. And I had to get to a point, as a teacher, I know new students are probably watching me because they took my class yesterday, and I'm showing up as a student today. And in my brain, it's telling me you need to go hard. You need to do all the things, all the tricks, so you can show them how strong you could be. Because I know they can be so strong. But also this ability to find rest. It gives permission for other people to find rest because it's just as important as the movement. We just talked about that the other day.
Yeah,
it's just as important as the movement. Why do you think there is a time of rest included in every single class?
Right.
Shavasana is in every class to find that stillness, to find that rest at the end of all the movement.
All of it. And it's so nice too, having the reminder throughout class, take a rest whenever you need it. And I feel like sometimes in our minds, we're like, oh no, we don't need to rest. We need to keep going. No. It's, I feel like whenever we say that as instructors, especially taking it as a student, you're like, it's kind of like a tease, or more like a challenge. Like, what do you really need here? Do you really need to push yourself?
Yeah.
Or is your body really asking for rest? And that's
love, compassion.
Yes.
Patience.
Being authentic with yourself and not worrying about anyone else in the room.
Yeah.
And that's it. I don't know if anyone else has never been here, but that's in this space, and that's what we want to share with everyone watching, that you can be whoever you are, in this space, in any space, it's enough. And I think
that mentality starts with yourself, though, right? Like I had a vision of that and opening the studio, and I understand I am not the same as every other studio, and I don't want to be. I love that, but I push authenticity here. I push. I literally have some students that come and just lay for the entire practice because that's what they need, and I always promise them no one's gonna look at you twice.
Right. Yeah.
And it's the truth. No one's gonna look at you twice because I don't look like every other studio, but I didn't want to.
Right.
I've been to studios all over the world, and I love most of them. I mean, there's not a bad thing. I push authenticity and awareness of body, and like that is such a big thing to me, and so it's what I wanted to create here. Someone looking in the window. Candid moment.
That's okay.
But yeah, and so like we were talking about the other day at one of our meetings, which our meetings, by the way, look like lunch and a margarita. That is, we're real around here. And we were talking about like westernized yoga. Like that's a big part of, we went through all these different names of what we could call this, right? But westernized yoga, I kind of went on a rant, if you can imagine that about me. I went like on a total rant at lunchtime, and bless her heart, she just let me go on and on. But it was about like westernized yoga. Like if you talk to teachers who, teach in other countries and stuff, westernized yoga is considered watered down. We had talked about using that in like our name, which is kind of a play on it. And the reality is, it is essentially watered down from what you'll find if you go to India. But I was like explaining to her, it almost has to be. We don't have the same capacity. We don't have the same foundation that was built from us from birth.
We didn't start like Baron.
Yeah.
Okay.
We didn't start Baron Baptiste.
Yeah.
And he was raised by 2 yoga instructors. So like meditation was a foreign concept for me. Getting still so that I could hear was I didn't even understand what that meant. What do you mean, bro? So it almost has to be this like watered down version for where we are in today's society, where we live. But it doesn't mean, one of our instructors, Glenn, he says it often, and I love that phrase, that the magic of yoga is that it works even when you don't know why or how it's working.
Love that.
The magic of yoga, it just happens. It works even if you are aware of it or know how it's just the magic of yoga.
It's magic.
So like, yes, maybe the way that we, bring yoga to the world is a watered down version in some people's mind, but it's working.
It's working. And the magic of yoga is, you're going to get out, just like anything. Because I found yoga in that way, I feel like yoga can be counseling in a lot of ways.
It's therapy.
It is therapy. Like it's different than, obviously your traditional style therapy, going and talking to someone, but sometimes that is. Sometimes this couch is used for that. Like that's this space. You come here and cry and release and let it go, and that's magical. And maybe sometimes you don't cry. Maybe you haven't cried yet. Maybe it's coming and you don't know it's coming. And maybe it is. Maybe it is all physical, and there's something that you need to release, like in your body.
Yeah.
But you get out of yoga what you put in. I feel like
Yeah.
that if you want to go, if all you want is something physical, that's what you're gonna get.
There's a space for you.
There's a
here
space for that, yeah. And if you want to start diving deeper, there's also space for that. Like, and that's what I found here is you can be who you are, and you can drink, and you can live your life, and you can live honestly, and still be living with yoga.
Yeah.
And because yoga, I feel like, is just multi-dimensional.
It is.
You know, it doesn't have to be Eastern, it doesn't have to be Western, it doesn't have to fit inside a box or in a social media frame, or it's okay to be westernized. It's okay to be watered down. It's
Watered
okay
down.
to be
Watered down and messy.
Yeah, like that's
I mean,
it's so nice to know
aren't we
that.
all just messy humans? Like, that's how I view the world, I guess. Like, that I will call myself that every day of the week. I am just a messy human. I'm a messy. I am not perfect. I don't ever strive for perfection. In fact, I say that in my intentions all the time. Like, don't chase perfection.
Right.
Chase presence.
right.
And the only way to be present is to show up as you are. You can't be present if you're trying to create this facade or whatever. And so, like, I understand my classes aren't going to be for everyone. I play rap music in my classes. You see some booty shaking in my classes sometimes. I love that though, because for me, I guess what I always come back to is what's going to bring them back.
Right.
What's going to bring them back? And for me personally, what's going to bring me back? Give me some good jams so that when I'm in the midst of a hard moment and I don't have any more to draw like from within, because I hit those moments that I'm like, I don't have any more grit to give, but the music is bumping and you know what? That actually came from within.
Right.
It was just an outside source, a tool that I used for me to show up for myself.
Right.
And we kind of talked about that with you. Like, that is, yoga is a tool that you used. You tried to give way too much credit to yoga and saying how it, saved your life or changed your life. However you said it, I don't remember.
I said saved my life.
Saved your life. Okay, then I wasn't wrong. So you said that to me just a few days ago. Like, yoga saved my life, and I stopped you. I said, no.
Yeah.
You saved your life. Yoga is a tool that you used in order for you to save your own life. Right. And that is what it is to me.
And that's it. It really is, and that's what this space does for me. That's what I want to share with the world. I want to share with the world.
The whole world.
Yeah, the whole world. What
we
this
have
place? Yeah, what we have here, like this. Mind you, we're in Longview, Texas, so East Texas, Podunk, but it's
Bible
nice.
Belt.
Bible Belt. Yeah, so we sometimes run across some, what would you call them, like just roadblocks. Not necessarily roadblocks, it's just some hurdles.
I've had many.
Yeah.
I've had many roadblocks.
And people just kind of being wary. Oh, well, it's yoga. It goes against my religious beliefs or whichever, but it doesn't have, it's not what we're doing here. We're not trying to change.
It's not a religion.
Yeah, we're not trying to bring you into a cult or change the way you believe. I mean, that's not at all. Oh, bless you. Let it out.
That is so true though. So when I first opened, I've been open for 5 years, a little over 5 years. When I first opened, I opened in White Oak, Texas, teeny tiny town. Okay, it's like 5,000 or 6,000 people. And I actually got emails from some of the churches asking me to shut down. And I just always respond the same way. Like, yoga is not a religion, and we don't exclude any religions either. So whatever your divine is, whatever your divine power is, you will connect with that on your mat. So, my dad got me into yoga. story, bro. I think,
it's a cool story.
I think most people think it's the opposite, right? When they
Right.
meet my dad, they're like, oh, she probably suckered him into doing yoga because he loves her. And he does love me. He loved me so much that he convinced me, begged me really, to go to yoga, and I fell in love with it, obviously. But my dad's a Christian, and he has said multiple times, like, I feel so close to God on
Right.
my mat, and that's amazing. But he also can practice right next to someone who is a Hindu or practices Buddhism or you name it.
Right.
And it's all fine. It's all accepted here. So whatever your divine is, whatever your higher power is, that's what you will connect with on the mat, because that's what's living inside of you.
It's harmony.
Harmony.
And that's what it is in this space, is harmony. That's what it is on our retreats. Is harmony, is we don't see anyone differently, and we don't judge, we accept.
Can we just talk about the amount of diversity we had on this last retreat? Because it was the first time that you went with us, first retreat that you went on, and we had all the way from in their 20s to in their 70s. We had every decade covered.
Yes.
All different sexes, all different ages, all different walks of life, probably all different divinities as well.
Yeah.
And all you found around every corner was support and love. And I think that's what yoga is about, or what it should be about.
And community. I think that is I remember when I started coming here, I was so ready to run. Not necessarily run, I was ready to run. I was ready to leave Longview because I never found my people.
And then I
was
suckered you in.
Yes.
Suckered you in.
I never found my community. I was like, I've got to leave to find like my people.
Yeah.
But when I started coming here, I found my people. I found my community, and the people who line up with me, and it's just amazing to see that my community has grown when you start aligning and living in harmony with people around you, and really putting yourself around positive thinking, because I feel like that's what we practice a lot in here. We allow the negative, we do allow it, but we encourage positivity.
Yeah.
Yes, I want you to feel what you're feeling. However, there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and I want you to know that. You're not alone. It's going to be okay, and we're here to support you. And that's what this is community.
Yeah.
And that's what you see on the retreat. Everybody just came together and went out together. We ate together. We did excursions together, and that is amazing, because I never would have thought that I would ever have that with anyone ever. Like I don't know. I just never experienced that before, and it was magical. The magic of yoga. Yeah.
We have one in September coming up. If you're interested, shoot us a message. We'll get you hooked up.
Yeah, it's gonna be beautiful and community. That's the magic.
Well,
it's gonna be magical.
I think that was the deal for this year. So I've had a couple of people ask me, right? We went different places. We went to Hot Springs. We went to Broken Bow. We went to Wimberley, Texas, which is like hill country. We've been to all these different places, and they're all. I would go back to all of them. They're all amazing. In their own aspect, but because we are so big on community here, that is what really spoke to my heart this year. Was let's pour back into our own community. So Jefferson, Texas, it's so close to where we are, and the place that we're staying at, a sweet yogi student, she's part owner in those. And I love the idea of giving back to community, because we are so big on community here. That was my vision. That was my dream. I wanted to build a supportive community for people to come, for myself to come. So when people talk about, hey, I really love this space, I'm like, thank you. I built it for me. And I don't mean to sound selfish when I say it, but that is the truth.
But
that's where it started. I wanted to build a space for me that I felt comfortable, that I always say the scariest step is the first one through the door.
Right.
That is the scariest step. That my first step through my very first yoga class was terrified, like knees knocking, terrified.
Oh yeah.
To walk through that space.
Please don't say anything to me.
Yeah, I was like, everybody's gonna be watching me. They really weren't. But I wanted to build this space of community, and like today, I just had to sit back at one point, and I just felt, I'm gonna cry.
No,
I felt so much gratitude, because what I always wanted to build, I watched happen in real time today. So, you had 9 women here. It was shocking there were no men in today's class, but we love them too. We love you too, our men students. But we had all women today, and what I saw when I sat down to like look around the room, you had these women trying something, and some of them nailed it immediately. Others tried for it and got it halfway. Some tried and didn't get it at all. But what I learned and what I watched was everyone applauded and cheered for every single person, no matter where they ended up.
Yep.
And the amount of pride that you see on someone's face when they pop up, because all these women are just like clapping. Oh my God, that was so good.
I love it.
That is what I envisioned. So I had a moment today. I'm having a moment. I'm having a moment now. I'm gonna try not to
have the moment.
Really
Allow
cry.
it.
Because it's what I envision. And I had a student text me the other day about thanking me for this place that I've built, and I told him, I was just a girl with a dream. I was just a girl with a dream of a place that I felt comfortable, and I wanted to show up and be so authentically myself. I tell people all the time, who you see in this room, if you ran into me in the outside world on any given Friday, I'm probably 2 margaritas deep, and no shame in my game.
No shame.
I speak the truth. But you're gonna get the same person outside there as you get here. And what my hope is that it gives students permission to be authentically themselves.
I try so hard to remind everybody every time they come in here, you got this.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, whatever you need, you got it. Take it. This is your time. Be selfish. Be selfish.
Mm-hmm.
This is your time. This is your space. You're allowed to do that. And that's okay. And it's so amazing that you've created this and allowed this.
But you helped create it too.
But I was allowed to do that. I was allowed to find a place to where I can come, no mascara, crazy hair, mohawk clippy. I got a stain on my shirt. I don't know. But like that is I am messy. I don't want to be perfect.
Yeah.
I don't want to be, I am not a
prim and proper.
I'm not a prim and proper girl.
And that's okay.
I am a Western country,
I'm a Texas
twangy. Yeah, I'm just a Texas girl who grew up in the dirt.
Yeah.
And that's like
that's beautiful.
And I love that, and that's fine, and that's okay, and I feel like the world, like especially when it comes to yoga, like it's came from Indiana, came from the West, and like from the West Coast is Cali, and like you gotta be perfect, and like all the way over there it's like I don't know, like it's just you gotta be a certain way, and like you don't.
Yeah.
And I love that, and I
love
that.
I feel like on social media, right? If you look today, if you were just to like, I have a whole algorithm now, right? Because I've been looking up yoga for a long time because I love it, obviously.
Yeah, love it, yeah.
But if you were just to like search yoga, okay,
Mm-hmm.
on like the Instagram, on the gram, I think that's how the cool kids say it. If you were just to search yoga on the gram, what you're gonna actually see is like a whole feed of these perfect, quote unquote perfect.
Yeah.
With matching outfits, and everything's always like so perfect, and they're not. You know what you're gonna see?
Slicked back.
Do you know what you're gonna see when you watch me practice?
Yes. Yes.
That's what you see
Yes.
when I practice.
'Cause it's real.
That's real.
It's real.
That's real.
There's
And then
no way you're
I
like,
think I said it
perfect.
today while you were teaching, and you were like, come back to your breath. And I literally said out loud, and we were supposed to breathe too.
And
we were supposed to breathe. And I was supposed to breathe because
Right.
that's real life.
It's real, and that's
So part of my intention yesterday, we talked about how like the world is not flat, right?
I hope not.
It's not. Well, I mean, like it's not. You know, calm seas
Right.
and perfect sunsets. All day. It's waves.
Yeah.
And some of them
Yeah,
are gentle,
beautiful.
some of them are wild, some of them knock us off of our seat, off our feet. But you know, it talked about when you go down, like it talked about all of this stuff. Like you can ride every single wave. So like our goal is not, instead of bracing against these waves that come our way,
Right.
is learning how to soften into them and learn to ride them better, because they're going to keep showing up, right? And a specific line in it came to mind when you said that we are strong enough to stay,
right.
soft enough to flow, brave enough to try again. To clarify for anyone that's watching, I will just say this, that I think you are a badass if you are balancing on your hands. I think you are a badass if you are going upside down. I think you are a badass if you are working to perfect Warrior 1.
Yes.
And I think you are a badass when you take a child's pose in the middle of a class when everyone else is moving at a fast pace. I think you are a badass.
Yes.
It's about learning to listen to your body and what it's asking for. And so I tell the story often because it's always what comes to mind. I woke up in a mood one day. Like I woke up in a mood. I was cranky. I was, beachy. I was having a whole moment, okay? And I texted the instructor that was teaching that day at my studio. It's like, I have some aggression and I need to work it out on my mat today, so I'm gonna need you to kick my booty today, okay? Texted that to her. She was like, got you boo. And I showed up, and about 5, maybe 10, I would say 10 minutes. Maybe I'll give myself 10 minutes. About 10 minutes in the class, I realized this is not what I needed at all. And I went and I got a bolster and I laid in different restorative poses the rest of the class. And I kept looking up at all of these students doing this
Poor
really
things.
hard class, and was like, I'm sorry guys, that was me. But what a way to like practice what you preach, right?
Right.
That I realized suddenly, no, I need to sit with this.
Right.
So whatever's happening, this chaos that was happening inside my mind and my heart, that I thought, well, I just need to work it out. I need to like be aggressive, and somebody needs to make me sweat and all of these things. And what really needed to happen was I needed to sit with that emotion. And so I made myself be still and lay on a bolster while everyone else got their butts kicked because that's what I asked for.
Well, and in that same sense too, it can kind of like show in your life, right? Like it's just the chaos sometimes that we create.
Yeah.
And like it just shows the repercussions of our actions.
Yeah.
If you look at it that way, like sometimes you're like, the world.
Michael, we spent some wisdom today.
how that affects other people. And I feel like that the mat is our mirror. It really is.
Have you ever wondered what our business meetings look like? This is what they look like. We just go on these rampages of like talking about yoga, and we just decided let's start filming it. But I do believe that like for this one, we said for the first one, we were gonna say like who we are and what.
Yeah.
So I don't think we did that. So my name is Courtney.
I'm Michael.
I'm Michael.
I am Michael.
Let's get to that. We both work at the Space Studio in Longview, Texas. And we're big believers, obviously, in that yoga is for everybody.
Yoga is for everybody, and it's okay to be watered down and messy.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to
You
be
just have to show up.
ideal. Yeah, just come as you
have to
are.
show up.
Yeah, it's the best part.
Yeah.